Hey guys, what's up? I'm Greg. I hope you guys are ready to unpack and get into some good conversations today.
And I'm Jess, and this is our podcast, Baggage Claim. Thank you for joining us.
What's up, Baggage Claim? How's everybody doing today? Thank you so much for joining us. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you get something out of today's message, our thoughts, our podcast, or whatever the hell it is we're doing here.
We're trying our best.
Yeah, this is a place where we're trying to create some community and conversations around marriages,
Yes.
blended families, relationships, all the fun stuff in between. And sometimes it's a train wreck, sometimes it's beautiful.
As is life.
It's always beautiful.
We'll let you decide.
Yeah, you decide by a like, subscribe. Please like us. If you subscribe, whatever podcast you're listening to, you get updates as we update those. We try to do them on Tuesdays, but sometimes I screw up because I have other jobs, like lots of other jobs. And but I'm trying to be good at it.
Okay.
But if you're new, if you've been here before, you know the drill. Sorry. Grab your favorite drink, whatever it may be. Pull up to the table with us. Proverbially, what if you're driving or whatever you're doing?
I mean, if you want to
walking.
come to here, literally,
Yeah, if you want to come be a
literally
guest, you can come hang out with us.
pull up to the table.
I mean, it's our house, so it's not like phenomenal. We love it because
oh
we
my
live
gosh,
here.
our house is phenomenal.
It's pretty phenomenal.
Oh, well,
I'll
thank
say
you.
that.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And if you want to watch a Georgia Bulldog game,
yes.
come by on a Saturday. Anytime they're playing.
If you've
we'll
ever
be
wondered
here.
why at the end of some or most of
Every single episode we've ever
every
had.
episode, if you listen all the whole way to the end when we sign off, we usually say "Go Dogs." That's why.
For
We
all of
are
our out of the
huge-
country people.
Yeah.
College football.
We live-
Georgia Bulldog is in Athens, Georgia.
The state we live in is Georgia.
Yes.
We live in the northeastern part of it.
About
and
40 minutes from Athens,
the
where
classic city,
where's the
God's
most,
country,
the most amazing football team ever to exist.
the University of Georgia Bulldogs.
Yes.
Ever.
And so we love watching them play on Saturdays, and we have a blast.
That's why we sign off saying "Go Dogs."
Yes, so we're huge dog fans.
Go Dogs.
There's a story about why I think Greg married me.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
Okay.
So anyway, got your favorite drink, whatever it may be. If it's early in the morning, it's coffee. If it's water, whatever.
Sweet tea.
We're-
if you're in the South, you don't drink
Or
some
maybe
sweet tea.
if you're in the South,
Sweet
you get
tea.
a sweet tea.
I'll take some sweet tea.
I make some good sweet tea.
If it's
She
been a
does.
hard day, grab the bourbon and pull on up and let's have a talk. So
That was the countryest thing I've ever heard you say. I
it is
think.
very country. I'm sorry. So we're
No, it's not the countryest, but
so we're jumping back into this is part 2 of our episode of in-laws
yes,
because in-laws deserve more than one part. And so
we are
jumping-
difficult. In-laws are difficult.
So we are in-laws, so we can talk about in-laws. And so we are going to talk about those situations of in-laws. And producer Michael.
Producer Michael, what do you want to know?
Yeah, what are you asking, bro?
Is it question time?
Oh, I was like,
I
bro,
have a
that does
Christmas
not
one.
make
That
sense.
means exactly question
It's
time.
a question mark and it says time with another question mark.
Question time.
Is it question for
Question
time?
mark.
I
Question?
thought you were asking how
I was
long
like,
do you
bro,
want
what are
to be?
What are you trying to say to us?
That's
I'm
why
like,
I was like
totally
30
confused.
minutes.
All
You're
right,
like, do I want to
well,
know the time? Sure. Tell me
I
what time
will
it is.
admit
Okay.
that maybe my shorthand writing was not the most clear.
Now I understand what you're saying now that you said.
Question
Okay.
time.
Okay, it's Christmas.
Question?
If you're watching us on YouTube.
No, time out.
Oh my. Question time.
Thank you.
This is the segment where we.
I'm trying
always,
to produce here.
Well, we always ask a sometimes dumb, sometimes
Producers are going to produce, okay?
sometimes dumb questions, sometimes good questions. So
Okay. But
here's
mostly
question
dumb
time.
questions.
If you're
Mostly
watching
dumb.
us on YouTube, we've got
She
some
just
Christmas.
flipped her hair.
I did flip
By
my
the
hair.
way, for those of you who can't see.
Oh,
Yes. She's
our-
very sassy right now.
social media
Sassy.
The sass is
marketing
real.
director
Just-
Miranda.
hey, question.
Producer Michael Jr.
Producer Michael Jr. Okay, this
Go
is
with
a
it.
good question. This is
I
a
hope that
Christmas
sticks. Please
question. Are
stick.
y'all ready? Would you rather get one big gift or get many small gifts? Would you rather get
Who's that for? Is that just from Miranda? Or you said her name.
all of us?
All of us. I
Oh.
say Miranda
I was
goes
saying,
first.
I was giving Miranda
Why do I have to go first?
for our beautiful decor too. So
What does
Go.
that have to do with decor?
Christmas.
Okay, I was confused. I'm sorry.
You have to go first, though.
Would you rather get
Me.
one big gift or several small gifts for Christmas?
Would it all fall within the same budget, though?
I didn't say
great
anything
question.
about
That is a
budget.
great-
You are
budget does
Mrs.
matter.
Budget.
Budget does matter.
Budget, erase that word from your I know you can't. But in general, would you rather get one big gift or many small gifts?
Okay, so you have $1,000 budget. You can get $1,000 worth.
If
of
you
small
want everybody
gifts or
in your life that
$1,000 worth of
loves
one
you
gift.
to go in together to get you one big gift, or would you rather get lots of little gifts?
One big gift. KitchenAid mixer.
That is a
KitchenAid
top of
mixer.
your
That's
wish
a-
list.
That's
Yeah.
a straight up
Year.
mom answer right there.
$1,000.
No, it's a trad
It can
wife
be
answer.
If I
Trad
got
wife.
What are you getting?
the
You know how
wooden
much
bowl
sauerkraut
with the
I would
green.
have?
I know, right?
I saw that this
I
week.
want that one.
I want that one.
Would
What-
y'all
what-
stop?
what
That's
one?
ridiculous. What are y'all talking about?
If someone wants to buy me one, I will make you all the sweet treats.
The mixer?
Yeah.
That's been
They
the top
have
of
a
your wish
limited-
list.
But
That-
no, they have a limited edition now. I saw it this week. It is like a army hunter green with a dark wood mixing bowl.
Also, way back to when y'all got married on your wedding wish list, there was a KitchenAid mixer on there. Nobody bought it for you.
Aww.
They're so
Aw.
expensive.
I would
They
like
are.
one,
Even
I would,
used, they're like $200.
I would like
Okay.
one big gift.
Greg, you would like one big gift?
One big gift. Yes, please.
What
I
would
would
you okay, do we need to specify what you want the
No.
one big gift to be?
Mm-mm,
Okay,
no.
one big gift.
No,
That's
just
okay
one big
because
gift.
we know you in that. Would you rather one big gift or small gifts, producer
I would
Michael?
totally do one big gift.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Do you
Now,
want,
I
you
will
want a bunch
say-
of little gifts?
I want a
get
bunch of
to
little
pick
gifts.
What the one big gift is?
No, that was not specified.
But I can put it on my list, though, right?
You can make a list, and
Okay,
if
well,
it happens to get,
I will make a list of one thing, and that's what will be on that
Yeah.
list.
That's the one big thing.
I'm gonna go the opposite of all of you people. I want a lot of little gifts.
See, I feel that though. I get
But
that.
I do have a question about that.
Jess is a gift. She's a gift person.
I'm a
though.
gift giving and receiving.
No, more than she likes getting.
So
more
does
than-
the small gift mean like cheap
That's,
or
that's fine.
expensive and
Miranda.
or like
Miranda.
size big.
Miranda.
It's usability.
It's the thought behind the gift, not the price tag.
See, he knows why that's my answer.
However, according
You
to Michael
just
Scott,
giving me hell because you were like, oh my god.
but
she
according
just
to
this.
Michael Scott, a gift is a great way to say, "Hey, I love you." This many dollars.
This many dollars worth.
So take it or leave it.
Okay,
Thank you for the great words of Michael
Thomas,
Scott.
let's pass the mic to Thomas. He's in the studio today. Do you want one big gift or lots of little gifts?
One big gift.
Yeah.
Why am I the only one?
Because you just
Well,
like lots of
it's-
stuff.
It's only
You don't even
because
care.
it's something that I want right now. So that's why
Can
I'm
we
thinking
just-
one
Quick
big
transmission.
Can we
Gift.
just
No, not a
have the,
transmission. No.
that would be nice.
That would
That
be
would
a
be
great
nice.
big gift. Though.
Yeah.
Jess likes things. Like, let me just understand this for you. Like, our closet
Oh my
has
gosh.
so many things in it the other day. She had on a sweater, or what was it the other day? We
I
went
don't
out to eat, and I was like, what is that? I haven't seen it. And she goes, yeah, I forgot I had it. And look, there's creases
Forgot
in
I
it
had it.
because it was stuck over near the jeans and it was
Oh,
folded up. What
yeah.
was that? Do you remember?
Yeah.
And you like, I even forgot I had this outfit.
It was a sweatsuit. I forgot.
Yes.
I got for Christmas
And it
last year.
actually had the creases like
From when it was
pressed
folded in the
in.
store.
It was still.
a
it's been-
year ago.
Yeah, it'd been sitting there for so long, she had no idea.
No, it's one not in there. Got me.
So, anyway,
Yeah.
regardless,
I was so happy when I remembered
Jess
I had
likes
it though.
stuff. She likes
That's like
things.
when you find money in your pockets. You're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I had this.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I
I
found
feel
money
like
in my
because
pocket.
Oh, bro, last time I did it was like $50, and I got out my winter bucket with all my like jackets in it, and it had a $50 bill in it, and it was
love
literally
you just
like Christmas
said your
Day.
winter bucket.
It's
Dude,
a
I don't even.
bucket.
First off, I never have cash, and if I found cash
No, we don't have
stuffed
cash
in
ever.
clothes somewhere, I feel like it's a scam.
Cash is a scam.
Yeah, it's like somebody
'Cause
played
we never
$2 on
had
me,
it.
and I don't know what happened.
I feel like because I said I want lots of little stuff, that's negative because you just switched it to
No, it's not
just like
negative.
stuff.
All right, can we move on from the
No, well,
question
it's a
thing and get
feeling.
to actual episode of what we're talking about? Because people are probably riding in their car going,
Yeah.
would they please stop talking about
Maybe
this?
I'll
Answer
shut
it for
up.
yourself. If you're in your car, would you rather have one big gift or many small gifts?
Don't-
Ponder.
Not you, Greg.
Ponder.
You just bit that pin.
So,
Okay.
Let's jump into our what we're
Okay.
talking about today because, and the reason I say this is because we listen to podcasts all the time when we travel. We travel so much, but
So much.
when we're driving to Florida to see our beloved kid and son-in-law, we have a good 5.5 hours. So we listen to podcasts, and there's been so many times you've been like,
Yeah.
"Would you shut up and get to the point?"
The last time
So
was
can we
just
shut
a
up and get to
couple
the
weeks.
point?
Well, it was a couple weeks ago. We paused it because I said, "Can you shut up and get to the point?" I paused it. It was 22 minutes and some odd seconds in, and I'm like, "We're not going to be those people."
So we got like another 10 minutes to go.
No, we're done. No, we're not doing
No.
that.
Okay,
No.
we're going to move on.
I'm going to help you and say, no, we're not doing that.
So, like we said, the podcast before this one we're recording today, right now.
Yeah, if you didn't catch In-Laws Part 1, it's on episode 39.
Yeah.
Go check it out. This is episode 40. We're continuing.
So the first part we were setting up talking about in-laws, if you're in a relationship, whether you be married or you're in a long-term dating partner, this or that, whatever you want to label it, you have an in-law. It just means it's the family of the person that you're dating or married to. You have those people, and you have to work those
It was
folks
the
into
good
your
side,
life.
the good side and the hopes of in-laws.
Yeah.
Now we're going to talk about stuff that's real. Like what really happens when you realize that your mother-in-law doesn't like you and hasn't liked you for a long time. What
Yikes.
happens when your, father-in-law or mother-in-law has been avoiding you or talking trash about you behind your back to other family members? That's the stuff we're getting into today. And so,
Like what happens when it all goes wrong?
yeah, what happens when drunk Uncle Roger shows up
Oh
and
my
the cops
God,
have to
again
come?
with drunk Uncle Roger.
I'm just kidding. If y'all don't have a drunk Uncle Roger,
There's literally nobody in either of our families named Roger.
not now. There used to be.
No.
So I grew up in a different life outside of this. I'm
Gracious.
just kidding. It's not. You've
That's
had
your
those,
fictional character.
It is.
It is. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I always, harness my drunk Uncle Roger when things go sideways. When somebody throws a grenade in the room, and things just blow up. So in-laws can be amazing, and it can be life-giving, but it can also be life-sucking. And so we're going to talk into some of those of what that happens when things go sideways. How do you deal with it as a couple?
Now,
How do you move forward?
in our personal experience, because this is our second marriage with each other.
It is with each other. Not our first marriage with each other, but
Yeah.
it is our first, but our second
So,
marriage
like,
overall.
You and I both have had experience with in-laws 2 times. We're 2 times in here.
Correct.
Would you say that you're batting 1,000 on
Oh, easily. I'm easily 1,000.
both experiences?
Both experiences. Now, I mean, they may have.
You've
thought-
had 2 mothers-in-law
1,000
named Jackie. You didn't have to learn a new mom-in-law name.
It's true. Okay, maybe I'm not 1,000. But I mean, if you ask me in my head, I'm 1,000%. Because sometimes perception is what you make it.
Oh, okay.
And so I just think everybody likes me up until you cuss me out and tell me what you really think about
Oh,
me. I think
okay.
you like me.
Oh, wow. I will
and
say
so-
with both of your in-law situations, there's not a whole lot of people on your ex-wife's side of the family or my side of the family that are going to cut you out.
I love them. I love all of them.
Yeah.
Like I love my my in-laws from my ex. Like,
I do too.
I love
I
them.
have
They're
a
awesome
relationship
people.
with them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're amazing folks. I love them
Yeah.
to death. And I literally, if I see them out,
It's a
I wanna
lot of
speak to
sweet
them.
people in both scenarios that are not going to just approach you and cuss you out.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I think everybody
Oh,
loves me
so
until they
that's
tell me otherwise.
why you're batting 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
Everybody loves Greg. Everybody wants old Greg. Everybody wants. Anyway,
It's an
sorry.
old YouTube skit.
Yeah,
If
I
you
don't
don't
wanna
know
go
what
there.
old Greg is,
Yeah, don't look it up.
it's
Don't
no,
YouTube it. It's
no,
disturbing.
Don't do it.
So
I feel like I've had good experiences.
I think so.
I'm still friends with TJ's mom. I mean, I say friends.
I'm
I mean,
better friends with with TJ's mom than you. I don't say I'm better friends with her.
not better, but you have a very weirdly healthy relationship with my first mother-in-law.
I like her. I do. I really
Yeah.
do like her.
And-
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's quirky. So I mean, she's
I don't know how we
easy-
get along so well, but
I
we
don't-
do.
I don't either, because y'all butt heads a lot, but you do it with a smile on your face. It's the
I do.
cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been phases of the last 13 and a half years where you talk to, her name is Cindy, where you talk to Cindy more than I talk to Cindy. And I'm like, okay, I haven't heard from Cindy this week. And you're like, oh, I just talked to her today. She's this, that, and the other. It's just the cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
So
She's awesome.
I still have a good relationship with that in-law. It's not always been easy, and we haven't always seen eye to eye, but I've always had a good relationship with
You're
her.
never, let me just throw this on the table and just really, you're never going to see eye to eye on everything with your in-laws.
No.
If you think you are, pull your head out of the sand and welcome to real life. Like, you're just not going to do that because they're different people.
Yeah.
You're a different person. You have different perspectives. You have different life experiences. You're not going to see eye to eye on everything. But
No.
that's not the goal. The goal with your in-laws is not to agree on everything.
Well, like we talked about in the episode before this one, like when you approach an in-law situation, you've got different traditions and different backgrounds and different ways of life. And so there's literally no way for you to see eye to eye on everything.
Right.
Because
So
you're not coming from the same family.
let's don't waste any time. Let's just jump into the deep water because I
Okay.
think that's where you learn to swim and it's fun. Like,
Not,
I learned to swim
no,
because my dad threw me in the water
that's
out of a
not
boat.
fun. That's
That's
why
when my
you,
mom signed me up for swimming
I
lessons.
was gonna say that's
right
why
after
your
that.
mom put you
Yeah.
swimming lessons for 8 years in a row.
The great swimmer, actually.
That's
Thank
not
you, Mom. But anyway, it's we're brand new to this grandparent thing. Never grandparented before. It's my first round.
It's our first
I
round.
feel like I'm killing it, and I'm doing
Yeah.
really, really good at it.
Lucy Grace, she's 15 months old.
That's my opinion, by the way. But anyway,
We are champion grandparents.
so we were keeping Lucy one weekend, and Thomas and Miranda were off doing God knows what. I
Oh
don't
my
even want to
God.
know what. Anyway, we were just babysitting for the weekend because we want them to have time to go
What?
be themselves and have fun. So we're like,
We
let
want
Lucy
them to
hang
have
with
a
us.
happy marriage.
Yes, and so we're like, and first off, we want to hang out with our grandkids.
Yeah,
too.
we want her and,
And
them
so
not
anyway,
around.
we're doing that's where we're at. And so it's the whole bedtime routine is kind of an interesting routine thing
Oh.
that happens, and we've given specific instructions like a gremlin. Don't feed them this time, feed them this time. Put
We
them
are
to bed this
very,
time.
very good direction followers.
You are. I'm not.
I
I'm
am.
just kind of like, let's wing it. And you're
No.
like, no, we're doing
No.
this by the rules.
I am like, mommy says this is blah blah blah. This is routine. This is what we do. This is how we do
And
it.
my interpretation of that is if mommy doesn't know, mommy doesn't know. So we don't have to tell mommy if
Which
she
is
doesn't
why
know.
JJ's in charge
Thank
when
you.
Lucy is
But who
here.
does Lucy reach for every time she comes
G,
here? Yeah,
I know.
Thank you very much. So
She
anyway.
knows G's a fun parent.
so
G's
we-
a fun grandparent. JJ's like, nope, she's a
So
rule follower.
anyway,
lady.
we put Lucy.
This was back in the summer.
Yeah, so we're putting Lucy down.
It was in
Yeah,
summerish.
Yeah, summerish. End of summer.
In the
August.
summer.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
August-ish.
August.
So it wasn't our first time with her. Like, she had hung out with us. Like, we'd spent time with her.
Oh yeah.
But so she was spending the night, and they're like, hey, put her down. We're trying to let this, if she cries, let her cry. And we're like, okay, cool.
It was a sleep training era.
Yeah. And so we put
Right,
her
Mommy?
down.
Yeah.
She cries, and she goes, she'll usually cry for like a certain amount of time.
hmm
So I was like, okay.
And then you console.
This is how much of a rule follower Jess is. She
Yeah.
sets a timer
I
on her
did.
phone.
And then, because mommy said you can, she'll cry for this amount of time. And mommy said, I usually set a timer. And then if she's still crying when this happens, then we'll console, rock, do, and, help her feel better. Then we'll lay her back down and then start it all over again. I was
So-
like, we're doing it. I had timers. I was doing what
so
mommy said.
we did all the things.
Yes.
Lucy was still screaming her guts out. Just not having a great time.
She still does have her guts.
Yeah, and so
They're
everything
intact.
everything was kind of like just crazy. It
Yeah,
wound up.
it's-
We went in a couple of. Finally, she went to sleep.
No, well, here's
Yeah.
what happened.
You rocked her to sleep.
I
You
I
held her.
did.
She fell asleep. So basically, the kid was exhausted.
She
from
was
screaming.
exhausted. It was pitiful.
And
And
fell
so
asleep
I was
while you
like,
were
I'm
holding her.
trying so hard, so hard to follow instructions. But also my grandparent instincts, my OG mom instincts are kicking in. So I'm like, I'm going to hold this baby. I'm just going to hold her. And I've tried. And so I rocked her with her passy, but I was like, okay, she's facing front. I'm not snuggling her. It's not a whole thing. Like, I was like, I'm semi following instructions. She went to sleep. We thought it was okay. We thought in our grandparent
don't say
mind,
we. Don't use we yet.
we thought we succeeded because then she went night and she slept the whole night that night.
Yeah. And
So
so,
then
then the next day,
Yes. Mommy and Daddy
Thomas-
come back into
and
town.
I don't know, stressed. I don't know what they've been under. I think they were tired.
Yeah.
Lord, just
Very
tired,
tired.
and something was going on. They were tired. And so Lucy wouldn't nap again.
She
and
did
so-
not sleep well the next night.
And so Miranda sends a text in our group, because we have a group text called Wonder Boobs.
That's a whole
And that's
story.
a whole different story.
Well, actually,
Hold
but-
on.
Thomas,
Let
Thomas sent the text.
No, it was from Miranda. It
No,
was
I would have
like,
never sent that.
Thomas said she didn't sleep well.
and said,
And I was like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. What happened?
and she said her
Miranda said
sleep,
her sleep training was reset,
So
Regressed.
basically,
regressed or reset
it was reset
With a-
because I remember that. 'cause
with
it
a
was actually-
period.
Jess, you would have thought you sent Jess
Uh-huh.
a text saying you are the worst grandmother I've ever had.
Yeah.
I hate you and you're never going to see Lucy again. Jess went into this,
Spiral.
bad
was
bad
so
spiral.
bad.
And I was like, what
For
is wrong? What is
days.
wrong with you? And
Days.
she was just going on and on. They hate
I
us.
went
They're
on
never
and
gonna
on
let
to
us
Greg. I never went on out loud to them.
No, I heard it for days.
Okay, Thomas
But
has the microphone.
You got to understand where we were coming from as brand new parents, because we felt like we did a great job. She was just sleeping through the night. At that point, we had no idea that sleep regressions were a thing
Or
and-
RSV.
or RSV. And so it happened right at the same time for both of them.
Right.
And so at that point, it was like, it was
'Cause then-
all y'all's fault.
Literally,
Yeah.
Well, because
Three-
you guys were tired. You guys got mad at us. Lucy winds up in the hospital
3 days later, she was in the hospital for 4 days.
for
But we weren't
RSV.
really angry with you guys. It was more like
Well, her
she didn't sleep
training-
good last night.
Her
Her
sleep
sleep
training was-
regressed.
Well, see that's the problem. Here's the
that is
problem.
how it was
We're having
supposed to
this
come
live
across
so for you guys.
Not as
Yeah.
you're the most horrible, terrible. You're
that's how-
never seeing Lucy again.
That's
Never
how
watching
I read
her.
it. That was like her sleep training was reset because you suck. I
And
was
basically,
like,
yeah, that's what
okay.
Jess heard.
I did.
You are not a good person. You're not
He-
a good grandparent. And I was
Greg
like,
did not
you-
hear that as a
No,
grandfather.
I was like, they're just tired.
just
Let it go.
tired. They
I
don't
was like,
know.
Who cares? Let
And
it
that's
go.
how we meant it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I know about it. You for days, and I was like, you have to call Miranda and talk to her about this. I was
Okay,
like, you have to
so-
talk to her
It
about
took a
this.
while for that conversation to happen.
Well, because she went
also,
into the hospital.
But
But-
you
hey,
had the
we're getting
same
there.
similar situation literally a month previous that you didn't
Yes.
talk about. So go ahead.
Yes, when we finally talked about the sleep regression
Uh-huh.
thing, I finally had the courage to talk about my issue that I had.
Mm-hmm.
4th of July.
Yeah. You were so super strong and you were going to run a race.
Yeah, 5K, not
Yeah.
run a race.
It was still a race.
Yeah, but like mental race, not
Okay.
people.
A 5K is still a race.
So
Okay,
leading up
whatever.
to it, there was like a discussion because Thomas was going to be on shift at the fire station.
Yes.
And you were like, maybe I might want you to keep Lucy. So blah, blah, blah. And I was still in the maybe I might want you to.
And I thought it was a confirmed, you're going to watch Lucy for me so she doesn't
Yes.
have to wake up early.
Yes.
It was a whole, what I
Miscommunication. Yeah, you thought you said one thing, but I thought I said another thing. And so it's
It was-
this whole same thing with the whole
yep. And then the day came, the night before, day before.
Mm-hmm,
I tried texting. Y'all were busy.
mm-hmm.
Didn't see it. I took that as you saw it. You said, "Pfft, I don't like her. Threw it away.
Meanwhile, my phone was in my bag and I
Yeah.
didn't see any of the things.
Yeah.
So what it boils down to
Pretty
was
simple.
communication.
Yeah, just really, really
Yeah.
bad communication.
Yeah.
But
Through
that
text,
could have
through
been
everything else. But
like an anchor point.
It
Of,
Yeah.
could
I'm
have
done.
been.
100%. Yeah. And that's what happens so many times is that you have that experience or that situation. And then so from that point on, you anchor everything Jess does or I do through that scenario
Mhm.
of saying, well, they don't really want to be a part of
don't
that. They
care.
don't care. They blah, 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 blah,
And
blah.
I won't lie, it did go through that filter
Yeah. And
until
so
I was able to talk about it and realize
But
realize what?
the real situation, not my one-sided, because
Well,
every
wasn't
story
until
has two sides.
We all had a conversation, correct?
yeah. And then when you think about, too, the time that the four of us have invested in our actual relationship and getting to know each other as people, not just, oh, you're my mother-in-law and I need you to help out with the baby every now and again. It was like, no, that's not who they are as actual people. Just like, which I know that's why it bothered me when I read into the statement about the sleep regression. Just like when you read into my not answering a text, it was like, no, that's really truly not who we are as people, which is when you would go back to like, what are your expectations? Well, our relationship has a pretty big foundation. And so then that develops like expectations as not only in-laws, but then now as grandparents. It's like there's a relationship there.
Well, for us, I was like, you have to call Miranda because one, we're not going to have this crap hanging over
Yeah,
our
no.
relationship. Like, you got to go solve this. Like, I know that's not their heart, but you got to go have this conversation.
Yeah.
So that was my push for Jess because I was like, I don't mean to be the guy and be like, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. But I was like, I wasn't reading into that. Like, I didn't. I was like, okay.
You're way better at that than I am, though.
but
Thomas, what
I-
are you going to say? You have the microphone in your hand.
That's where our relationship differentiates from other relationships with in-laws is that we've worked towards that communication with Miranda, trying to bring that out of her.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't raised in that environment.
You were.
I was.
You were
So
raised forced to be able to
that's-
talk about things.
That's why it was easy for me, but to get her to actually talk about things, especially in front of other people when it's
Yeah.
not just in private, has been really hard. So having that floor that we can
Mhm.
build off of
Mhm.
was really important with our
That's a good way to
relationship,
put it.
where other people, their relationship with their in-laws might not be that.
Right.
Like it's going to be, like Miranda was saying, it's going to be an anchor that you throw over and you're just going to sit there and eventually take on water and sink.
And just be stuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
So what happened? So we resolved that.
Right.
Everything worked out great. We're solved. Oh, we're
Obviously,
all-
here we are.
yeah. So I mean,
and we
we
could talk
did.
about it. And I would say the four of us learned a big lesson then.
Yeah.
Just,
because honestly,
Yeah.
it's like it's a huge thing just to be honest and go, dude, I'm tired.
Mhm.
Like I need some rest. It's
Mhm.
strong. Be like, dude, drop Lucy off and just like let her hang out with us. You know, go
Mhm.
chill, go take a nap, do whatever you need to do. Like being honest with each other. But what happens when you're in an in-law situation and that's not the case? You don't have that floor. You don't have that foundation. You don't have that thing to build on. How do you? And there's tension between you.
yeah.
How do you resolve that? And so producer Michael said he had something. I asked him his opinion on this and asked him his thoughts on that. He said, I'm not gonna tell you. I want to wait till the show is live so I want to hear your honest opinions. So
I think that two-sided. One,
of course there's always two. I love how you do that.
it's just the way my mind works.
I
don't
love
know.
it.
Yeah.
Man, I love it.
Love and forgiveness change everything in your own personal perspective, how you look at things.
Okay, what do you okay.
So, and I'll unpack that
Thank you.
I'll try to make it quick here, right?
Okay.
So one, on the love side, and I honestly, just in my own personal beliefs, I can't help but look to scripture when I look at love, when I think of how that applies to life, especially when you're looking at someone you want to build a life with. One, that goes to a spouse, but two, that also includes their parents, their family, everything involved in that.
Yes.
Love is patient, love is kind, doesn't envy, doesn't boast.
Mhm.
All these things, and you can dig more into the Bible as far as what that looks like. But every single moment that you come across, especially when it comes to friction or issues, frustrations, basically you're handed a brick. And that brick can either, one, be laid down right in front of you, which that brick starts building a wall between you and that person. Or two, you can let love beat the crap out of that brick, turn it to dust, and throw it to the wind.
Or can you put it under your feet, let it be the floor?
That too.
That's
But
an option.
but that's a concept of one.
It could be like
Building
Tom,
blocks to future communication.
Yes.
Thomas
yes.
is saying
No,
building blocks to future communication, which is what we did apparently as parents for Thomas. High
Look at
five.
that.
G. Yeah. Woohoo.
But so on one side, on the love side, there are certain elements that you must understand if you are going to be around this person for the rest of your life, God willing. That's what we're going for in a marriage relationship. You have to be aware of you are only responsible for your decisions and how you choose to interact. You cannot force anyone else to.
Yeah.
So love is literally the only thing that can overcome that.
Wow.
Secondly, forgiveness. And you can get very easily caught up in this mindset is that forgiveness is for you. That's not true.
No.
Because that's a selfish way to look at forgiveness.
Yep.
However,
Yeah.
if you are truly able to forgive, that lifts a burden of weight and stress off of you.
Yeah.
Now realize if you go at forgiveness in a selfish way, you're not going to be able to truly forgive, which means it doesn't remove that
Yeah. No.
weight, that burden, that frustration.
Yeah.
So those two things for me are significant when it comes to keeping yourself from allowing a wall to be built between you and that person, because it's going to separate you and it's going to distance you emotionally.
Yep.
It's going to distance you when you're hanging out in the living room at a game night or on Thanksgiving or for Christmas Eve, whatever that looks like. And that's just not fun. That's going to wear you down and tear you down over time.
Yeah.
And years it's going to show. And what's going to end up happening is it's going to bottle up and then it's going to explode one day.
Yeah.
And that's not healthy for anyone involved because emotions are so involved. So for me, when it comes to something, when someone is unable to compromise, unwilling to work with you, unwilling to communicate, those two things are the only things that I have found help keep you moving forward in a healthy manner, that it doesn't tear you apart as you're going through that.
Wow. Okay. So what happens when I give love, I give forgiveness, and the other side or the other party says, no, thank you?
Well, you can't control what they do.
Right, but they're your in-laws. So do you choose not to participate in the family functions they're a part of? Or do you choose to be a part of that and not like, how would you say you navigate that in that situation?
Well, I think, excuse me, I think it depends on what you're talking about, right? Just because you love someone doesn't mean you don't have boundaries.
Right.
And it doesn't mean you don't have healthy things in place for you and your spouse to be able to be who you need to be, to raise your family, to live your family and do all that. But no, you can still hang out with someone and not like them. You can still hang out with someone and not like how they treat you.
Right.
And I'm not saying it's easy by any means.
No, right.
I'm not saying, oh, just love and it's all good and all rainbows and butterflies, you know.
What happens if when you've given your full effort and been your true self, and then you figure out they haven't liked me all along?
And I'm sure there's a lot of hurt that comes with that.
Yeah.
I think that tells me, though, they haven't put in the effort to know who you really are. Like, and relationships are this crazy, weird thing that we try to complicate, and they're not complicated. They're very simple. It's two-sided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not we just talked about like a few episodes ago, marriage is not 50-50.
Right.
I'm giving you all I got.
All of it.
Relationships are that way in the same sense of, if I want a relationship with you, I'm going to show interest in you. I'm going to reach out to you. I want to be a part of your life. If one party is not doing that, then there's no relationship. And here's what drives me freaking nuts. Like, I can't stand it. Like, I walked in the other day and you're watching The Secret Life of
The Mormons. The Mormons.
So
everybody's watching The Mormons.
They
not
are.
just
Everybody's
me.
watching it. So I walk in and I'm there for like 5 minutes, and this girl is sitting around 5 other women who's saying, he's done me wrong. He's done this. And all of them agreeing with her. And I was like, this woman is freaking nuts. I was like, why does she have 6 people around her who are just telling her what she needs to hear? I was like, why not be honest with her?
What she
and
needs
just
to hear or wants to hear.
It's just like it's what she wants to hear. It's not what she needs
Yeah.
to hear. What
and
she needs to
and
hear.
that is situation was both.
She's not going to allow anybody in her life to say that. Well,
No.
that's so true for what we do in our lives, though. We
Yes.
surround ourselves with people who who just tickle our ear and tell us what we want to
Yeah.
hear, and not the reality of like, hey, you're not all of that. Like you have
No.
flaws, you have things that are messed up with you. But if you want to have a real relationship with somebody, be real and honest with
Yes.
them. Like
And
just
well,
be straight up
that's-
honest.
that's-
Whether it's an in-law, whether it's a mother-in-law, father-in-law, like you get to choose that, and you can extend that as much as you. And I try to. I try to
Yeah,
extend that as much as I want. I'm
I
like,
do too.
but
And
if you choose to accept it, you can. If not,
I think that that's one of the most hurtful parts of being an in-law of any sort, father, sister, mother, brother, whatever, in-law. It's like, I know I'm giving you all of who I am. That's just that's the kind of person I am. I've always been that kind of person. But when the receiving side has not given that same effort, it still hurts me.
well, it's
like-
it's just to say
It's
it's
like,
very,
you don't know who I truly am.
because it's vulnerable when you say I'm going to put myself out there.
Yeah.
And when you put yourself out there and someone says no, thank you,
Yeah.
that's a very vulnerable moment.
Yeah.
To go, okay.
And the opposite side will say, I have this, and this reason.
And those
It's
are
like-
their anchor points, which are probably nestled in
Like
some
you said earlier,
ridiculousness
Miranda,
of bad
the anchor
communication,
Yeah.
stupid assumptions.
We could have, Miranda
Perceptions.
and I could have used that mother-in-law, daughter-in-law as an anchor point of a bad communication for all of us at that point. We chose not to. We chose to move forward. But, excuse me, there's other points where I've been involved in where it's like, I've got an opposing, quote unquote, opposing party of an in-law where it's like they have these things they could list 3 or 4 things of anchor points. Whereas if there was some kind of communication there, those would not be anchor points.
Well,
But-
so too, there's a point too, as an in-law, Thomas chose to love Miranda and say yes to her.
Yeah.
So I'm choosing to do the same thing that Thomas did.
And Callie and
did the same thing, so
Callie
I'm
and-
choosing to do the same thing. I love Charles. I love Miranda. Do anything in the world for them. And
But
I
then
do.
on the receiving end, Miranda and Charles have both chosen as for us to be the in-laws. They've chosen to do the same thing though.
Yeah.
Like
But when
it's-
someone doesn't, that's where you have to
Yes,
set those healthy boundaries.
Yes.
Well, and I think another piece of this is, and I forget who was speaking this earlier, you know, when you look at relationships like a parent and a child,
Yeah.
like as a child, yes, you choose to love your parents because like they're your parents, you love them. They've got their quirks, they've got their things that you don't like, you don't appreciate, but they also raised you. And you have a deep love for them
Yeah.
in that regard. Parents to a child, same way. You brought them into this world. You have a love for them.
Mhm.
They could go off and be the worst person in the world, and you're still going to love that person. They're your child. But when you talk about a marriage relationship, that is
Oh, this is Kate.
I'm
Kate brought that up.
choosing you.
Yeah.
My best friend Kate is the one who brought this to our attention. This is a good thing to talk about, and we talked to her on the phone before we
Go ahead.
did this.
Finish that.
Yeah,
That's where you're talking about.
You're
Mhm.
choosing to be with that person because
Yeah.
of who that person is.
Yeah.
Right.
But the hard dynamic of that is you are now having a parent-in-law.
Who views
Well,
their
is
child that
that-
you married the same way?
Yes, but
Yeah.
now you're, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but you're stuck with them, right? So you almost have to kind of take on that perspective of they're a parent.
Yeah.
They've got their quirks, they've got things that they do. They're in sometimes set in their ways.
Mhm.
They've been through a lot,
Mhm.
different things like that. But you still choose to love them anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And vice versa. If you
Yeah.
are if you are the mother or father-in-law and you're listening to this and you've got children-in-law, is that even a word, children-in-law?
Go
I
ahead.
don't know.
Do
I hear-
go with
I hear
it. Go with
But
it.
it's also kind of the same thing. Like, hey, this is who my daughter or son has chosen.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose them as well. you know? And so it by no means makes it easy, makes it perfect, because it takes two people to be able to communicate. It does.
But good gracious, you know what is just like this is a 40th episode in. I'm looking at my book of all the things that we've talked about. Just about every single thing that we have ever talked about comes down to communication and expectations.
Right.
No matter who it is.
We're one day going to do some actual seminars or classes on be a good communicator.
Communicator.
I don't know what that is.
Communicate, people.
Communicate
with each other.
It's late.
It is late for us.
It's like 10 o'clock
today.
right now.
It's super late. Yeah.
Be a decent communicator with those around you.
And have reasonable expectations.
And I would encourage, be vulnerable sometimes.
Yeah.
That
many times
with both of those things, being vulnerable makes you better at both of those things.
Well, and also so many times we close ourselves off because we don't want hurt feelings.
Or we don't want to sound stupid. I mean, just to be honest with you.
I will tell you this though. Like if you're in a situation where your in-laws, say you're the husband or you're the wife, and the in-laws are attacking your significant other,
you better stand up for that.
It's time for you. Like you're one, so stand up for that person, fight for that. It's your responsibility to stand up and go, hey, we need to talk about this. We need to work through this. You're kind of the one that needs to lead that conversation
because that's your parent.
Yeah, to say, hey, mom, or hey, dad, like this, we need to sit down and talk about this because this is an issue. Like we're going to move forward. Like they're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
you're not going anywhere. So let's resolve this.
And I know we're far into this, but I would encourage you to approach your relationship with your own parent and in-law with the mindset of like, one day if you have kids and they grow up, you're gonna be that in-law.
Yeah,
you're gonna be one.
Yeah.
You would hope, whether or not your kids get married or if they have a long-term partner, you're going to be one.
Yeah.
So I would hope you would approach your relationship with your own in-laws and your parents.
So let go of your crap and just be open-minded and love them.
As Thomas brought up a good point when he had the microphone earlier, if you're gonna teach it in your own home, where he said about building a floor when Michael you brought up the brick. You're going to build that floor for you to build off of. If you're going to teach compromise, you're going to teach how to work with other people, you need to be willing to do the same thing.
Because the reality is you're starting those relationships now as they are kids.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
In the same way, like you look at, and I know we made a joke of it earlier, but like y'all talked about the communication piece with Thomas, like that's something he's been raised with.
He has.
So look at how that has helped how many years down the road.
Yeah.
So if you've got kids now,
what
like,
are you, 40?
Why not?
How old are you? Just kidding. I know, I'm just kidding. No,
so if you have kids now, why not start developing what that relationship is going to look like now?
Teach what that's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
There's so much to talk about with this.
Well,
yeah.
We're going to wrap it up.
We will.
Because, in-laws, we can only take so much of the in-laws and then we got to go home. So this is the part where we go home.
This is the part
we are home. This is our home. Thank you for listening to us.
Yes. And if you have suggestions or you have some thoughts and you have some ideas on in-laws, shoot us up on the socials. BaggageClaim.podcast on Instagram. I think it's just Baggage Claim on Facebook. You can send us a text on either, if you're listening to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you can just click that button and send a text. Send us a text.
I'm so proud that you know all that stuff. I don't know any
of
it.
I know, you just show up and talk on Tuesdays.
I do.
And so it's like, send us a text, let us know. Just so you guys know, we cover things that you guys have let us know that you want us to talk about.
We
try to cover. We don't want to be discreet and throw your name out and go, oh, so-and-so said this. And if you want to, send us an email. If you'd rather send us an email, it's info@unpacktogether.com. Again, info@unpacktogether.com. Send us an email that just says, hey, here's what we're after. Here's what we're doing. I'm trying to get our website up, which is unpacktogether.com. I'm trying. But anyway, we'll get there.
You're so good.
So, I know.
I'm so proud of you.
No, just a pretty face. So thank y'all for joining us. Please if you like us, if you follow our channel, You'll get updates as stuff hits, and we're trying to get better. We're getting producer Michael to do his thing, and producer Michael Jr. to do her thing, and so we're just
AKA Miranda.
We're trying to get out there. We're trying to grow. We just want to help, and so we want to be involved. So whatever you need help with, let us know. Love you guys, and thanks for joining us today. And as always,
Go
Dogs.